Welcome to the news on Enyimba TV. We are reaching you from the commercial city of Abia. First, the headlines. Abia LG polls currently in progress as Assembly confirms APC members. Ohanaeze Ndigbo visits Iwanyanwu's widow and children. President Tinubu condoles with Jigawa over flood disaster. Thanks for joining us on the news at this time. My name is Esther Chima. Now the news in detail. Abia State House of Assembly has screened and confirmed the chairman and some member nominees of the Abia State Independent Electoral Commission, APC, sent to it by the Governor Alex Oti. The development was announced on the floor of the House by the Deputy Speaker, Mr. Augustine Okezie, who presided over the day's plenary. While Professor George Chima was confirmed as the chairman-designate, Dr. Kelechi Okere, Joseph Ozoma Akara, Nkem Dirim Kalu, and Betta Ahumado were confirmed as members of the Abia State Electoral Body. According to the Deputy Speaker, the other two nominees, Ekele Queen Achohogo and Onyemuche Elekwe, who were not present, would be screened another day when they present themselves to the House. The House also at plenary passed into law HAB 21, the Abia State 2024 Appropriation Violent Bill 2024. The bill is to via the sum of 170,754,664,965 naira only in the 2024 Abia State Budget Appropriation Law for the services of the government of Abia State for the year ending 31st December 2024 and for other related purposes. The leadership of the Apex Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization Ohanaeze Ndigbo has visited the family of its late President General Chief Emmanuel Iwanyanwu. Ohanaeze delegation to Iwanyanwu's family was led by the body's Secretary General, Ambassador Oke Amuche. Amuche, according to a statement by the National Publicity Secretary, Dr. Alex Obonia, described the death of the Igbo leader as a blow to the Igbo nation and a death to many. Amuche acknowledged that the death of Ahija Gamba is heartbreaking, however, said since death is a part of our existential reality, we shall find solace in the superlative memories of his lifetime. On behalf of the neck of Ohanaeze, the various organs of Ohanaeze, and indeed all the sons of Igbo land, the group sent their deepest sympathy at this most challenging moment. Responding, Mr. Jidejukwu Iwanyanwu, the first son of Chief Iwanyanwu, thanked Ohanaeze Ndigbo for the condolence visit and the kind words. The Apex Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization Ohanaeze Ndigbo Youth Council Worldwide has expressed concern over the spate of kidnapping in the southeast. The group's worry comes amid the escalating cases of kidnapping across the 5 southeast states. In a statement made available to journalists on Thursday, the national president of Ohanaeze Ndigbo Youth Council Worldwide, Mazi Oku Wike, urged the governors of the 5 states to sit up and tackle the scourge headlong. Oku, who said the surge in kidnapping and other criminal activities was worrisome, noted that it had become a nightmare to travel through most of the roads. He, however, commended the Enugu state government over the demolition of properties being used by kidnappers, stressing that such a move would serve as a deterrent to others who may allow their property to be used for nefarious purposes, emphasizing that such onslaught should be sustained against these criminal elements. Residents of Ebu community in Owerri North local government area of Imo State are counting their losses after the state government commenced the demolition of shanties and business outlets in order to expand the Owerri-Omahe Road. Residents and owners of the demolished structures have, however, expressed mixed feelings over the exercise. While some residents believe the road ought to be expanded, others maintain that for such a major road to be expanded, sacrifices must be made for development to come to their doorstep. Thus, shanties obstructing the expansion have to be demolished. However, one of the victims of the demolition lamented that demolishing their wares during a period of economic hardship across the country is too much to bear. According to Imo State Commissioner for Works, Ralph Mosu, the road expansions, which is a federal government project being undertaken by the Imo State government, became necessary due to the constricted nature of the road. The demolition, which began last week, involved structures within the right-of-way from Ebu to Emekuku communities. President Bola Tinubu has extended his profound condolences to the government and the people of Jigawa State over the recent flooding that has led to the loss of lives and displacement of many citizens. The president also commiserated with the bereaved families and victims of the flooding, which has impacted about 14 local government areas and many households. President Tinubu stated that recurring environmental disasters underscore the urgency of sustaining measures to address climate change and its perils, as well as remove man-made elements to the challenge. The president assured the people of Jigawa of his administration's support at this difficult time. President Bola Tinubu has approved the takeover and conversion of Dalhatu Araf Specialist Hospital Lafia to the Federal University of Lafia Teaching Hospital, Nasarawa. A statement issued by the presidential spokesman, Chief Ajuri Ngelale, explained that the conversion was as a result of a request by the Nasarawa state government. The statement also stated that President Tinubu remains committed to ensuring the social welfare and healthcare security of Nigerians and will aggressively sustain his administration's investment drive and efforts in this sector. The federal government has increased the fees for the procurement of Nigerian passports with effect from the 1st of September 2024. A statement by the spokesman of the Nigerian Immigration Service, DCI Kenneth Udo, says the increment is a part of the government's efforts to maintain the quality and integrity of the Nigerian standard passport. He said that based on the review, a 32-page passport booklet with 5-year validity, previously charged at 35,000 naira, will now be 50,000 naira only, while a 64-page passport booklet with 10-year validity, which was 70,000 naira, will be 100,000 naira only. The statement further adds that the fees remain unchanged for Nigerians in diaspora. House of Representatives has resolved to carry out a forensic investigation into financial activities of universities in the south region of the country. Honorable Abubakar Fulata, chairman of the House Committee on University Education, said this in a statement in Abuja following an oversight function by the lawmakers to ascertain their performance. The universities are University of Calabar, Cross River State, University of Port Harcourt, River State, Federal University of Petroleum Resources, Efurun, Delta State, Federal University of Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, amongst others. This, according to Fulata, is due to the inconsistencies observed in their submissions during the committee's oversight visit to the universities in the South region. He said the forensic examination became necessary following discrepancies and irreconcilable data observed in the documents presented to the committee. Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, has stated that he would not respond to calls by the leader of the Southern and Middle Belt Forum, Chief Edwin Clark, who called for him to be investigated and kicked out of the People's Democratic Party, noting that the latter was not a member of the party. The minister stated this during a media parley with newsmen to mark his first year in office as the FCT minister. Enyimba TV reports that Clark, in a letter to the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Omar Damagun, urged him to immediately set up a probe committee to probe members like Wike, and if found guilty, to face the appropriate sanctions as prescribed by the party's constitution. Responding, however, Wike said he did not recognize Clark as a member of the party, stating that the Ujo leader had stood against his ambition to be governor in 2014, despite which he had contested and won, and that no one had contributed to the progress of the party as he had. All Progressives Congress received hundreds of members of the People's Democratic Party, Labour Party, and African Democratic Congress into its fold at Igweben headquarters of the Igweben local government area of Edo State, ahead of the state governorship election. Receiving the decampees, the Director General APC Campaign Council, Matthew Ohogigbe, assured them of fair treatment, noting that all members are equal in APC. He expressed belief in Senator Monday Okpebholo, noting that he is a good candidate and he will listen to the yearnings of the people. Benue State High Court has ordered the ruling All Progressives Congress APC not to remove the chairman of the state chapter, Honorable Augustine Agada. A copy of the order via an ex parte order granted by Justice Theresa Igoche was made available to journalists at the APC National Secretariat in Abuja. The court particularly directed the Abdullahi Ganduje-led National Working Committee not to remove the Austin Agada-led State Working Committee until the expiration of their 4-year tenure. The Benue State chapter of the APC is split along the lines of Governor Hyacinth Alia, who is in support of the Benjamin Omakolo-led faction, and the Secretary to the Government of the Federation in support of the Agada-led Working Committee of the party. You are watching Enyimba TV News. After the short break, the news continues with foreign, business, and sports updates. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back. You're welcome back and thanks for staying tuned. Now the rest of the news. Medical workers say 22 people were killed since dawn in the enclave as the Israeli military stepped up operations in Delabala in central Gaza and Khan Yusi in the south. Thousands of Palestinians fled parts of Delabala as the Israeli military issued new evacuation orders and its forces advanced deeper into the overcrowded central city. The UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees decried a horrific attack on another school-turned-shelter in northern Gaza City. At least 4 people were killed in the Israeli assault on Salah al-Din School. U.S. President Joe Biden spoke to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and emphasized the urgency of reaching a truce and reports of an impasse in the ongoing talks. And now from the business scene. Passengers are experiencing constant cargo delays across Nigerian airports due to the shortage of planes to move goods from one state to another. There are fewer planes to feed several passengers on domestic routes as Nigerian airlines struggle with fleet reduction owing to the high cost of maintenance. Some airlines have sent their aircraft abroad for maintenance but are unable to return them due to the current skyrocketing fuel price by the foreign exchange crunch. Even a few airlines utilizing local maintenance firms have also had to bear considerably higher costs, forcing them to abandon some of their planes, thereby reducing the number of aircraft available for passengers and cargoes. Some airlines have likewise been forced by the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority to ground their planes owing to their inability to send the aircraft for maintenance. And now sports. Enyimba FC have announced the signing of 3 more players ahead of the 2024 and 2025 Nigerian Premier Football League season. The players are Moses Aduku, Anita Chigozie and Asibe Nathaniel. Aduku, Chigozie and Nathaniel teamed up with the People's Elephant from Plateau United, Sports Lagos and Coast City FC. The Abba Giants are beefing up their squad with fresh legs after losing several key players at the end of last season. The 9-time NPFL champions recently confirmed Olaruwaju Yemi as their substantive head coach. Enyimba FC finished in 3rd position in the NPFL last season. And with that sports story, we wrap up this edition of the news on Enyimba TV at this time. But before we go, here is a recap of the top stories. Abia LG polls currently in progress as Assembly confirms APSEC members. Ohanaeze Ndigbo visits Iwanyanwu's widow and children. President Tinubu condoles with Jigawa over flood disaster. Now that's our package of the news for now. Please join us for more updates in our subsequent bulletins. Meanwhile, don't forget to subscribe to this channel on YouTube. Click on the notification bell to receive alerts when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for watching. On behalf of the production crew, my name is Esther Chima. Do have for yourself a very wonderful day.